I graded I was the 5th best player in the draft. But because I told the truth of what was wrong, I had a pinched nerve but in my neck and shoulder, but I didn't miss any games. The draft was so stacked that that little thing, guys go through now with it, nobody even pays any attention. But back then, any little thing, they tabbed you with it. So that got me kicked all the way to the 2nd round.
For a while, Buffalo was the doormat of the National Football League. They didn't have a lot of great players. And I think it actually started when Darryl got there. Jim Kelly was a 1st-round draft pick and Darryl was a 2nd-round draft pick. And, took him a while to get started. But once he got that opportunity to play and once he got that opportunity to be a starter in the National Football League, he took advantage of it.
I just looked at it and I went, okay, fine. I'm here. I got to make the best of it. Somebody's got to take the back seat. Somebody's got to take a bullet. I'll take the bullet. But y'all better not ever let me down.
When I arrived in Buffalo, the first person I saw was Darryl Talley. I think playing in that atmosphere of upstate New York and in Buffalo, he could identify with that atmosphere. That atmosphere meaning blue-collar workers, because that's what he was. He put in an honest day's work, and he got an honest day's pay.
I mean, he was part of the blue-collar system that people talk about, the blue-collar people. Darryl was that person.
My very first day as a Buffalo Bill, after meeting with the defensive staff for a number of hours, Darryl came in, introduced himself, and I was sitting with the training camp playbook, and this was week 9 of the season. And Darryl told me to put the book away. Everything that I needed to know, he would teach me, and he did just that.
I was fast enough and strong enough that I could really destroy the tackle by myself. And when I would get there and take up the tackle and the guard, now we're coming around the corner, you got this locomotive that's running wild. And it ain't pretty when he gets there. Because I figured if I put a bigger guy on a smaller guy, I got a better chance of winning. But if I take up 2 big guys, you better get there. And I used to tell Bruce, they used to laugh, because I'd be standing in the middle of the field. And I'd look over there and I'd go, okay, meat, I need some heat. Don't care where it's coming from, get me some heat. I'm getting tired, I need some heat now. I look back over there. All of a sudden, you see Bruce go from this stance to a stance that's cocked like this. And here comes his 747 taking off. So Bruce is running over running backs, and we're making people really, really feel bad about themselves because I'm taking on duties that I didn't want, but by me doing that, I freed somebody else up to make some plays. And I played nickel on 3rd down where I was a cover guy. Cornelius was the other rush guy. I would sit there and I said, look, man, I'm gonna tell you it's like this. He's letting you rush, you get yours rushing the passer. I'm gonna get mine somewhere. I'm gonna get mine covering or whoever. Somebody gonna pay for me being back here. And that was my attitude. They gonna pay. You gotta pay the piper. And I'm gonna get you. It didn't matter where you were. You could be 40 yards down the field, I'm still gonna run and get you. We had such a unique defense that I could switch with Cornelius and put Bruce and Cornelius on the same side of the field, which is a frightening thought. And I would go the other side of the field, and I would do his coverage and let him rush. I'm the type of person that I feel if I'm the weakest link in our chain, then we won't break. We will not break because I've got a will like nobody's business.
It was his work ethic. It was his ability to be able to bounce back from an injury. I remember one year he had an elbow that was injured, and he also had a knee.
So on Monday I went in and had surgery to take the piece out. Came out, got done. I'm outside with Bud Carpenter, running, working out, trying to get ready to play on Sunday. Jim Kelly comes out, and this is the kind of crap that our team would do. When he comes out, he goes, nah, you ain't gonna play on Sunday. You told me you was gonna play. I said, look, if you can stick your hands under Kent's butt on Sunday, I'm going to line up and play. No, you ain't. I didn't get to start that game, but I got to go in the game and play.
And not only not missing the game, but being productive and playing an intricate role in the success of winning that game when others thought he was going to miss 2 or 3 games. And I was one of those doubters, and he proved us all wrong.
It's the first year I made the Pro Bowl. I had 4 surgeries, 2 on my right knee and both elbows. Biscuit looked at me, he says, you know what, man? I can't never get hurt. I said, if I got a guy on the other side of me that goes out and has 4 surgeries before the season and still lines up and plays the way he's playing, how can I get hurt?
Darryl he's just as a unique person as he is a football player. His energy in the room alone was something that was valued and has valued.
So it got to a point really with me where, if I went into the training room, I went in for something else. I wasn't going in to say, hey, check out my shoulder. If my shoulder was, really banged up, yes, I would do it. But if it was just a bruise or just something that, hey, look, I can play with this. I don't have to go to the trainers and see. I mean, I got a lot of that from Darryl.
I guess I set the standard for what the pain threshold should be. And I was like, no, we're going to play. We're going to win. That was it, plain and simple. I was not having anything else.
In most cases, back in the 80s and 90s, this was a 6-month job. Darryl was way ahead of the curve. He understood, along with a number of other of us that was on the team, that we wanted to be ahead of the game. We just didn't want to do enough just to get by. We wanted to be in shape when we went to training camp, rather than have to get in shape when we got to training camp.
I think when you go through an entire football season, you learn your ups and downs, and obviously that was a big down for us, losing all 4 Super Bowls. But I think at that point in time, we had grown up and matured as football players and as people, and I think Darryl had a lot to do with that, because Darryl would always say, he would come into the locker room dejected, just like everybody else, but he would say something, hey, you know what? Let's go to the Pro Bowl. Let's have a week down there. Let's have a good time and see you guys at the next training camp and try to correct it, And I think, when you have a type of player like that, it rubs off on everybody.
It was just an incredible desire and will to be in that competitive atmosphere and to help his team achieve their goals. He was the best and most unselfish teammate that anyone could want for.
Work for what you want. You go out and work for it, you can get it. Don't let nobody tell you what you can't get. Go work for it.